think the other point is that when you look at his Judge Mellon's low marks, you have to then give greater weight to the issue of diversity. We all are very familiar with the governor's lack of diversity in his judicial appointments. I believe Governor Schwarzenegger appointed, for example, 28 Latinos out of the last 304 appointments that he made. Right now, there are 4 Latinos in the appellate courts in California out of approximately 105. There's the very well-publicized case, and I read your paper very closely every morning, and there's a very well-publicized case of an individual in San Bernardino who was appointed to the bench, who was a Republican and rated not qualified by the bar there, but was appointed nevertheless by the governor. So the point is that, you know, you as well as voters need to look at me in context. You have a judge who's not, I think, particularly well qualified to serve on the bench because of his demeanor. On the other hand, you have a candidate who is well qualified, and there is an important and abiding issue of diversity. I believe that really is the fundamental issue in this campaign.
Just to play devil's advocate, I believe Governor Schwarzenegger has made 5 appointments to SF Superior Court, and 3 are women, and I believe 2 are minorities. So could voters say, yes, there have been too many white men appointed in the past, but more recently the appointment process in San Francisco seems to be working, and the diversity picks are coming, so let's stick with that?
I think in San Francisco, the governor has been in quite a hole, and he hasn't come even halfway to climbing out of it. The first, for example, Hispanic who was appointed to the San Francisco court was in 1978. 30 years later, we're now up to 2 Hispanics. I have, if you look at the number of openly gay or lesbian attorneys who have been appointed by this governor to San Francisco's court, it's very, very low and not in any way proportionate to the population. If you look at his appointments statewide, which I think is much more important, he has not done very much to establish the legacy that he likes to talk about. I mean, in places like Sonoma County, there has never been a Hispanic judge. 17% of the population of Sonoma County is Hispanic. He was recently given 2 appointments through, what is it, SB 36, where he got 50 appointments statewide, and he was given 2 appointments in Sonoma, and neither of them were not only ethnic minorities, but neither of them represent the kind of diversity of practice area that both is needed in statewide and San Francisco.